Hey you guys, I missed you. This full moon, I am living, okay? Like, I have been sleeping so well, and it's been a good full moon. Sometimes they're rough, but this one was pretty good, and I hope it was good for you too. I wanted to talk to you about Hekate. I got that little nudge earlier to make a video about her, so here we are. I've been working with her, venerating her, etc. for a while, a few years, and I don't worship Hekate. Okay, I want to get that out of the way. I do not worship my spirits, or my deities, whatever you want to call them. I treat them like family, I treat them as conscious living beings that I have a relationship with, that I listen to, because I've learned what happens when I don't, but I'm not subservient to her or anyone else. So if you're looking for that type of video, this is not it. Hekate is a Greek goddess, obviously. She's the only one that I work with, surprisingly. A big chunk of my DNA is all Greek, but Greek Roma. But I only work with her right now, because she basically encompasses everything spiritually. She is associated with witchcraft, the moon, the crossroads, anything dark and feminine and mysterious. That is her. Her number is 3. She is associated with the crossroads, but in my opinion, she's everywhere. I mean, you can connect with her at the crossroads or the river, the ocean. She's in nature. She is in fire. She is in the cemetery. She's in the ocean, because the ocean is the largest cemetery in the world. So there you go. And the ocean has a big connection to the underworld. And she is not a goddess that I would take lightly. I mean, me being how I am, I don't take any deity lightly, even if I don't work with them. But this one, I see a lot of content online that is more new age and paints her out to be like this soft, frilly, almost Demeter-like. If you know who Demeter is, it's the Greek goddess of spring, agriculture, all that. They paint Hekate out to be almost just like her sometimes, and she is not. Hekate is associated with Demeter because of the story of Hekate using her torches and her dogs to help Demeter find Persephone in the underworld when she went to go rendezvous with Hades and was AWOL completely, and Hekate found her. But Hekate is very fierce. She honestly can have a bit of a temper. I'm not gonna lie. So she's not a very beginner-friendly deity, in my opinion. I would do tons and tons and tons and tons of research before you even think about connecting with her. And I'm not saying this to scare you guys or fearmonger you, because I don't believe in that. It's more about learning what you're trying to work with. And I'm still learning. Like, Hekate, her energy is so vast and so strong and so all-encompassing that I'm always going to be learning about her. But she is a lot more demanding than people give her credit for. And I can say this because we are very, 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 very close. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. If not, don't worry about it. But I know her pretty well. She loves nice things. She loves anything sensual, whether that be fabric, perfume, nice incense, oud, fancy oils, fancy candles. She loves it. If you don't have the means to give it to her, don't get discouraged. It doesn't mean that she won't, walk with you. Because if she chooses you, she chooses you. That's it. But she does enjoy the finer things. And I think a lot of people don't understand her. Like, they make her out to be this haggard, older witch that looks like a stereotypical witch, in the literature, where they have the big nose and the warts and the messed up teeth, and they live in the cave away from society, and they just don't like people, and they eat children. That's not her. Even though she is the triple goddess and she does manifest as the wise woman and the crone, that's only an aspect of her. And people have painted her, it's like either they make her out to be this more softer goddess than she actually is most of the time, or they make her out to be too harsh, and they don't truly give reverence to all of her aspects. And a celebrity that actually has a little bit of Hekate energy in her is Miley Cyrus. Yep. Most of the time. Now, in my opinion, I don't think Hekate had anything to do with Miley Cyrus swinging around on a wrecking ball naked. As far as I know, Hekate, she would never do that. She's very demure, she's very quiet. But other aspects of Miley, like she's always sticking her tongue out, there's a reason. Hekate, people have tried to outcast her and muzzle her and silence her. That's where the tongue thing comes in. Even though she doesn't talk a lot, when she does speak to you, it's for a reason, and you need to listen. She doesn't like anything oppressing. And if she ever did walk the earth, she knows what that feels like. Like, her mother is Asteria, the star goddess, the Titan associated with the stars. And Hecate's mother actually abandoned her at birth. And her father was Perseus, the Titan of war, wrath, and destruction. So, you can kind of see what those two Titans made, and those two energies combined makes. Hekate does have a bias towards women. She honestly prefers females over males. It doesn't mean that men can't work with her or have a relationship with her. It just means that it's going to take that man a little bit longer and a little bit more effort to gain her trust and her love and her respect, as opposed to a woman. Hekate, that's just how she is. She doesn't trust men. This is not a goddess that you want to go to if you are crying and upset because you miss and long for a man that did you dirty. If you're crying over him and upset because he hurt you, he betrayed you, and you want justice, she's your girl. Hekate will handle it. But as far as asking her to return a trash fire of a man to you, she's not going to do that. And she's just going to look at you crazy. You might not see it, but that's how she feels. Because she hates women being mistreated. Absolutely fucking hates it. And in the same turn, if you're wanting to be a devotee of hers, because you realize that she walks with you if she does, there are certain things that you need to be aware of. Like, she does not like women gossiping about other women, putting other women down, being a pick-me. Any of that behavior she hates. And she does not, she expects more of you. Because women were supposed to help each other and guide each other. And she doesn't like the pettiness. So that's a little warning. There's a story of Hekate when she was younger, like her teenage or maiden years, stole Hera. If y'all know Hera, you know she's a petty woman. Zeus, I know you're with me on this one, don't strike me down. Hekate stole Hera's beauty salve. I guess it was like a salve or a cream that was like enchanted with beauty and herbs and roses and all types of stuff. And Hekate, for whatever reason, she stole it. Like, swipe or no swipey, stole it. Just one thing. And Hera got so mad, and Hekate runs out. And Hekate, the first place she went to hide from Hera was the bed of a pregnant woman. Like, the woman was going into labor, and she hid there for a while. And that's allegedly where she got her powers over childbirth and fertility. She's known as a midwife. She has that midwife energy. And then she ran to a funeral procession and spent a lot of time there because she was still hiding from Hera. And that's where she got her power over death, necromancy, the dead, the liminal space, right? So that's kind of where she got the life and death energy and the in-between. And it's all because she stole something of Hera's. And Hera was so mad. But Zeus actually favored Hekate over everybody. Literally. Even though, as far as the literature goes, she was not his consort or his daughter, he still really loved Hekate. I think, it says that Zeus honored her above everyone else or something. I don't know. But she's pretty up there, So that's how she got some of her power. And she's very good to go to for fertility, anything to do with the womb. If you want to conceive a child, especially a daughter, she will help you. Because she does have that bias towards females and female children. She is known for helping in situations where all medical, meaning, physical intervention has failed and you need a miracle. Hekate is known for helping. I have told this story before about my belly button. I had the bottom of my belly button pierced, and I had gotten it like a year prior. And it just would not heal. I went to the doctor. The doctor told me, don't do anything, just keep cleaning it and it'll heal on its own. Don't take it out because it can get more infected. Just keep cleaning it, leave it be. Well, I got so tired of this thing hurting me. Because I'm a skinny person. I don't have a lot of skin on my belly button. And I got tired of this thing not healing and being tugged around and irritating me. And I'm like, okay, I've gone to the doctor and I can't take it out. It's time. So I go to Hekate and I light my little candle and I say my little prayer and I'm like, I'm in pain. Please heal this. Please, please, please give me your miracle. Heal it. I go to sleep that night. I wake up the next morning and my belly button ring had ripped out of my skin and started to heal. And I was like, this is my fault. This is my fault. I wasn't going to get mad at Hekate. I was like, I was not specific enough. And that is how I learned. Hekate, being the guide and the light and the torches that she is, showed me you have to be as clear and as specific as you can be when doing spiritual work. Because she was like, I'll give it to you. It'll heal, no problem. You just can't keep the belly button ring. And I have a pretty gnarly scar on my tummy because of this whole debacle that was completely my fault. But I learned a big lesson out of it, so, you know. It's just awkward, like, when people that aren't spiritual or that I don't feel comfortable sharing information with, they're like, oh, what happened to your belly? And I'm like, my belly button ripped out. My belly button ring ripped out. And I can't tell the whole story. Anyway, so that's one of my stories with her. Let's see, what else? Her animals, she loves dogs. Absolutely loves dogs. Hekate would unalive somebody for a dog. No joke. One thing that you can do, and in my opinion, in my relationship with her, is she would rather you do something for like an animal shelter or a dog rescue, maybe adopt a dog, feed a stray dog in her honor, as long as it's safe for you, be careful. Anything to help a dog in any way, shape, or form. Even if it's donating $5 in the line at Kroger to the Animal Foundation that they're running the fundraiser for. That means a lot to her. She would probably prefer that as opposed to like a big, giant ritual of offerings, because you truly are making a difference. Same with cats. She loves dogs and cats, but prefers dogs. Crows, horses, especially black horses, snakes. Like, her main 3 animals are crows, dogs, and snakes. That's either how she manifests or how she communicates is through those 3. Excuse me, most of the time. Owls, spiders sometimes. Especially if you see a spider in your doorway, of all places, because that's where her energy lives, is in doorways and thresholds. There you go. Don't kill the spider. Just get it in a little cup and set it free far away from your house. Don't kill it. She also is associated with frogs. I know that's like a random thing, but amphibians going from water to land, they actually represent the liminal space because they're adaptable and they can go in between and back and forth just like she does. So that's a little fun fact. She loves eggs. Not scrambled or anything like that, just plain white or brown eggs. Lavender, honey, garlic. For crystals, she really loves labradorite. Black obsidian sometimes. Anything, like, I have a black tiara that I got for her, and it's got like black jewels and stuff on it. She loves it. Anything like gothic but glam, she loves she's a very good teacher when it comes to magic. If you have that ability to connect with her and hear her and stuff. And one thing I will say is, like I said before, she doesn't really talk a lot. So if you have a dream and you know for a fact in your heart that it was Hekate, and she says something to you, I would listen. Because she doesn't talk a lot. So when she speaks, it's very important. And she's not an energy that you'll always feel around you. Like, maybe you always feel your ancestors around you, or your Loa, or another spirit guide, and you can always feel them around and see them around. She's not like that. She comes and goes as she pleases. She just likes to be far away doing her own thing for a while, and then she'll come back. Let me see, what else? I think I already talked to y'all about the whole love spell, crying over a man crap. Don't do it. I have done love work with her, and it's been successful, but it was only successful with men that, like, actually treated me well, and that she liked. That's just how she is. Because she's gonna look at you and be like, you're giving me this candle, this work, this spell, these offerings for a man that treats you like Mirda. She's not gonna say that because she's Greek, but you know what I mean. Why don't you just go get another one? That's Hecate's attitude when it comes to men. If he's not treating you right, go get another one. Or just be by yourself. She truly does not give a fuck. I'm just saying. She's very seductive. She's very powerful at seductive magic. But she'll let him loose like that. So, what? Oh, Nikki's losing her voice. Good Lord, I need to drink some water. I wouldn't get so caught up on the offerings, you guys, okay? Even though she loves nice things, give her what you can. Don't overgive. Like, normally, when you see people who work with her or any deity correctly, and you see their altar, that altar has been built over years, okay? Not 2 or 3 months. Like, because the theory is that as you build a relationship with that energy, your space grows, right? You don't need this huge altar space right when you get to know her. And I know, especially like people younger than me, you'll get discouraged because you feel like, oh my god, I don't have the space, or I don't have the money to give, my spirits or my deities this altar that this other person has. It's not about that. Yes, it's beautiful to look at, and if your heart is in it, your altar is going to reflect that, and the spirits love it. But it's not a necessity. Give them what you can. From your heart. And once you've been working with her for a while, you'll see I remember I was at the at-home store during Halloween time one year. And no, I don't have it anymore. Damn. It was this black candle, like a black pillar candle, and it had a silver metallic snake, like engraved and attached to the candle. It was absolutely beautiful, and I'll never forget, I was just walking through the aisle and all of a sudden my head just turned randomly. Boom, there it was, and there were only 2 left, and I got her both of them, and she loved it. Because black and silver or anything glittery, that's her thing. And the candles are only like $3 a piece. and she loved them. And you can feel when a spirit loves something that you give them. And honestly, I think I burned the first one, and the second one I didn't even open because I just wanted her to have it and I didn't want to, use it up. But it was something small and it made her happy. And she gave that blessing right back to me. But it doesn't have to be this huge, elaborate thing. Because even when I had huge altars, like when I first started, and I'm telling y'all all this because I made that mistake, I wouldn't show my altars. I think there is an old YouTube video online of my old Hekate altar. And it is beautiful. But right after I made that video, I changed it completely. So, for all you weird, nosy fuckers out there, that ain't what it looks like anymore. But I don't show my altars online that I have now. Because they're not for show. That's nobody's goddamn business. And it's for my spirits and myself. If someone comes over and I trust them, then yeah, I'll let them into that space in my house. After I have that trust with them. But that altar is not for aesthetics, for the world. I'm going to make sure that's what my spirits like, and what I like, and what I resonate with. But it's not for me to show off. Because the size of your altar doesn't equate to how powerful it is. Did y'all know that? And I used to have big, huge, elaborate altars. And they came from my heart. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. What I'm saying is you don't always need it. You don't really truly need it in the first place. But if the spirits give you the abundance and the resources to build them that, and they're blessing you in return, and you're not over-giving, go ahead. But don't get so caught up in the aesthetics, because it's not a competition, and it really needs to come from your heart. And I love making altars. I love it. Because it's like a combination of everything that I love. I'm a Cancer, so I love nice fabrics. I love textiles. I love candles. I love perfume. I love incense and, essential oils and plants. And it's just everything that I love all in one space for that energy that I resonate with. So altars are very special to me because, like I always tell you guys, if a spirit or an energy walks with you, it's because in some way your energy resonates with them and vice versa. There is some part of you that mirrors that energy. Some spirits more than others. So there are some deities that my clients work with that I don't. Because it doesn't resonate. Because it's not my path, or that spirit doesn't walk with me, and vice versa. So I can definitely see that. Girl, I got a lot of Hekate in me. I'm not even gonna lie. But like in Espiritismo, for example, there's spirit guides that y'all have that when you get readings with me, I can see, and I can give you information about them and be your medium and your messenger. But I might not have that. And there's nothing wrong with that. It just means I'm a different person. Excuse me. And that's another reason that it's so important to really research anything that you want to work with and get to know yourself so that you can truly feel like, okay, Do I mesh with this energy? Do I resonate with it? Are we a match? Like, I think Aphrodite, because I go with the Greek pantheon. Because of the whole Greek versus Roman debacle, I don't call them by the Roman names. Sorry. Because a lot of the Roman stuff they copied from us. But I digress. Aphrodite is so beautiful. I love looking at artwork of her and reading the stories and everything, and I think she is just luxuriously beautiful. And even though I love beauty and makeup and glam and love and all this stuff, I don't resonate with her for whatever reason. It might change later on down the line, but I don't feel her presence around me, so I'm not going to build an altar with her, for her, or try to work with her, because I don't feel the connection. You know? And you don't want to be calling on spirits that don't walk with you. And in my opinion, it depends which energy it is, but I'm not going to say that that spirit will get mad at you and try to fearmonger you. I'm going to say that, think about it. If you make a space for something that does not walk with you, that's not in your spiritual court, that's not in your auric field, there's nothing within you, because that's where it comes from, right? There's nothing within you to fill that space. Right? Either a spirit walks with you or they don't. So, if you don't have that energy within you to placate them, something else will take its place. So you have to be careful. That's why it's very good when you're first starting out to get proper guidance, get mediumship readings, get ancestor readings. Always start with your ancestors. Always start by getting to know yourself. Don't just get a book and open it to a random page and say, oh, that one sounds cool. I'm gonna get a candle for them and try to research. Like, I studied Greek mythology in school. I studied it when I was in elementary school, when I was like 10, and then in college. So, even though these stories are most likely made up, there is still a little bit of truth to them energy-wise, and I kind of knew what I was getting into with Hekate. And I also have that background. So it comes to me a little bit more naturally, because I have some ancient ancestors to back it up. It does not mean that if you're not Greek, that she will walk with you and recognize you. You can be Asian, Black, White, Native American, from Britain, wherever, and still have her, by your side. But there is something to be said about ancestral connections to these spirits. And, yeah. So just be careful, especially with her. I love you guys. If you want some Hekate products, I have 3 things, I believe, on my website. I have my Hekate altar broom, which is like a little cinnamon broom about this big that I tie a black ribbon around, and it has charms on it for her. It's beautiful. I love it. My La Serena Negra oil is made with Hekate. It's the Siren Seductive Mermaid Dark Energy. And then I have my Hekate Protection Oil and also my Hekate Protection Powder. So there's actually 4. I love her very, very much. And if she walks with you, you are lucky. And always respect her, always love on her, don't neglect her. And she will really be your light. Okay? I love you. Bye.